Hi, everybody. Welcome to Healing with Love. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we're doing a 2-2 numerology reading and live portal energy reading to see what's coming through this portal. I went back and forth about doing this today because I recently lost somebody in my life again, a friend I've known for over 20 years. And so I usually stay away from doing readings around times of passings because I really pick up a lot on their energy. So I'm going to try to just focus on collective. My energy is going to be focused on collective. So let's just see what comes through. And yeah, so I'm going to be doing 3 different piles. And you can pick whichever pile you want, but it is one collective reading. It's all one, but maybe you have a specific message in that particular pile for you. But I suggest watching the whole thing because the whole thing is one cohesive reading. So we are going to get started. And let me grab my water here. So today's the 2-2 portal. It's a very powerful portal for partnerships, any type of cooperation with others, working with others. In numerology, too, of course, represents peace, love, harmony, patience, but it's also very intuitive. So the number 2 itself is very intuitive. And the number 22, 2-2, is the master builder in numerology. In numerology, this is the number, this is the master teacher. This is the, harnessing the power of the universe in order to make manifestations and understanding the way manifestations work. Your thoughts create your reality. If you're constantly in a lack mindset, you will constantly experience lack experiences, right? So it's about making sure that your mind is in a space. And I always talk about, and it's interesting because I've said this before, rewording things. So, I never say, something's too expensive. I say that's not within my budget right now. Doesn't mean I can't ever have it. It's just like, oh, I just can't do that right this second. But I leave the universe open to give me that. And my friend, Gabby, literally sent me a post about how we reword things. So I wanted to make sure that I added that to this video. If you are trying to manifest things, always stay. And I remember my sister tried to like turn me away from this one time. She's like, well, if you're saying you're wealthy and you're not, you're just lying to yourself. But that's not how it is, because you are wealthy in a time and space in this universe. There is one, and it's about tapping into that reality, right? Getting yourself there. So if you've been having a lack mindset, we're going to maybe clear something at the end of this to help you get back into the abundance mindset. So 222 represents 4. 2 and 2 is for building a solid foundation for the future. So this is a number of practicality, dependability, loyalty. How can you make your creative, so number 3, right? We're moving from 3 to 4. Your creative idea into reality, right? How do we build that solid foundation to build upon that idea that you had with the number 1 and the number 3? With the number 2, maybe bringing somebody with you in to create this reality, right? So 1 second, let me just my sister just got here and she's probably going to come in here and turn the dryer on and it's going to be loud, but let's just hope she doesn't. Okay. Here we go. So number 4, as we said, practicality, practical solutions, coming up with practical solutions to make your idea a reality and building something solid upon that, right? So now let's talk about, we are in an 8 year. So this is a great day to manifest money. This is a power year. This is great to stepping into your power. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 8 plus 2 and 2. We have the number 12, which can also be the number 3. So this is a great day to get creative, to come up with creative ideas. It's a day to communicate your self-expression, be joyful. And I think that's why I was guided to make this video today, to really kind of get back in the groove of things. I'm hoping that this year I can create more for you guys. And in the process inspire you guys to create more, right? The more we create, the more beautiful the world around us gets when we're creating from our heart space. So the number 12, as we know, is very powerful. It actually is also came through in the song. So I'm seeing the number 12 having significance and meaning. I kept seeing 12 roses, 12 disciples, 12 astrological signs, just the power of 12 and how it reduces to number 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. That is the number of the Holy Trinity, mind, body, spirit, right? The Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, etc. It's a very powerful number. And to me, it's a very magical number. That is 2 energies creating a third energy, right? So 1 and 2, right? And I'm also seeing like 1, 2 as in like a microphone. You know, when somebody's checking a microphone, like 1, 2, 1, 2. A DJ, perhaps. Sorry, I had to get my Aqua 4. Okay, so definitely a great, powerful day for any type of manifestation, any type of manifesting creative ideas, any type of manifesting love. 2 is the love number. It's partnerships. It's really trusting your intuition, honing your intuition, and letting it guide you to a place where you want to be. Okay, so now we are done with the numerology portion, and look at it's 12:21 as we speak. So you know what? I'm just going to get an extra song for us for 12:21. So it's very interesting. We know 12:21 is a mirror number. Okay, let's not get a music strike on that. Okay, so we got this one. Here we go. So we have the very first song that played today on the 2-2 portal. We only have 4 songs. That was technically the 5th song. We only have 2 songs today because, I mean, not 2 songs, 4 songs, because I was like 2 plus 2 is 4. I just wanted to make it a little quicker. You know, I get the songs, I can get into so much with the songs, and sometimes I find that the songs take a lot of the time of the reading, and some people don't really like the songs. It's my favorite part, but let me know how you feel about the songs in the description, in the comment section, please. Okay, so very first song that played was very interesting. It was Gemini by Alabama Shakes. If you don't know Alabama Shakes, great band. But I have been seeing the word shake. Shakes, shaking, like a shake that you drink. I don't know, just the word shake, shakes, shaking. Gemini, of course, we know that that is June, late May, early June. The twins. So I'm seeing twins. I've been seeing twin flames. Interesting because my nephews are coming over today and they are twins. And they are 12 years old. So number 12, twins. Interesting. I screen grabbed it at 6:33. So the number 33 has been popping up a lot. The number 13 and the number 33 have been popping up a lot. They are repeating numbers. As we know, 13 is a very powerful number. It's also a very powerful number in manifestation and creation. We were taught to be afraid of that number, but in a lot of cultures around the world, it's revered as very positive omen. Okay, so the lyrics, oops. On a planet not so far away, we were born together. In the beginning, there was just you and me, and where we washed up upon the river. We suckled on the honey of the Tennessee, where we would sleep in the soft sunshine. And what's interesting is that Tennessee is also something that's popped up a lot for the past 3 years. I've always gotten a lot of Tennessee in my readings. I see in the dark, I see the moon shine in your eyes. We grew strong and tall as weeds. So let me just get to the last part of this. And it talks about somebody, and it's like twin flames. So I'm seeing twin flame, you know, and the twin flames have gotten such a bad rap with just, you know, people misconstruing what twin flames actually are. But in this song, the snake that lay in the sun so fine, I saw the true you and the true me, and in your eyes I'd see the dark inside of you. Woke from dreams, pulled up like weeds, never know Never knew no better, there was no such thing. I reached for you like a child. So in the song specifically, life after life, they come back and reconnect. Sometimes they're together, sometimes they're not. And so it immediately reminded me of twin flames. But it is how twin flames are born of the same, in the same womb, so to speak, right? From the same egg, so to speak, right? Just like real twins. So, when you see twin people, they're not two people cut in half, right? No, they're two different people. With their own journeys and their own experiences. They just happen to come from the same egg, split apart. Almost like when you see a Vesica Pisces, right? Vesica Pisces imagery has been popping up a lot. I keep seeing Earth almost separating into almost like the Vesica Pisces coming apart. One creating two. And, seeing the darkness in somebody, but still loving them anyway, and still having unconditional love for them, and being okay with letting them go. And it says, I reach for you like a child that clings. Oh, how we saw each other in everything. So seeing them in everything that you do and everywhere that you go. And this also happens when people pass away. We see them in everywhere we go, right? Because they're heavily on our mind. So we're manifesting them around us. And a lot of times it is signs from them. But many times it's us manifesting them because they're on our brain. We're thinking about them constantly, right? So Gemini. So the next song, love this song. Number 2, song 2 on 222 was Lenny Kravitz, I Belong to You. So definitely this is turning into a twin flame reading. You are the flame in my heart. You light my way in the dark. You are the ultimate star. So let's go back to the very first song. Very similar lyrics. Same thing, where you light me out of the dark. In the shadows, you pull me out of the shadows. Same message. How crazy is that? You are the flame in my heart. You light my way in the dark. Okay. You are the ultimate star. I'm seeing the North Star guiding you in the dark nights, right? You pick me up from above. Your unconditional love takes me to paradise. I belong to you. And you belong to me too. You make my life complete. You make me feel so sweet. Forever we are entwined. Before you, I was blind, but since I've opened my eyes, and with you, there's no disguise. So I could open up my mind. So this is about meeting somebody who sparks that spiritual awakening within you. And I feel like we all have that person that has sparked that in us, right? And we spark that in others as well. Because there's that graph chart that I've posted before where we have a somebody who's vibrating at a very high level. If they go walk into a room of people that are vibrating at a very low level, that room will raise the vibration just a little bit, just by that person being in the presence. It doesn't mean that person has to stay there. Like just that 1 minute of walking in and walking out can raise that vibration. And sometimes it irritates them when somebody high vibration walks in, and that's okay, because that's showing them what they need to work on themselves. Why is this person irritating me so much? Why is their happiness irritating me? And that's because they're working on something within themselves. So I know a lot of people like that. When they see somebody posting good things, it's like it almost irritates them, almost like a jealousy, almost like, I don't know, I can't even explain the word. Just irritated is the word. So opening up their mind, opening up their disguise, seeing your authenticity. There's no disguise. Like, you are just you. I always loved you from the start, but I could not figure out that I had to do it every day. So that is like when somebody forgets, in relationships, I always, there's a thing that I used to post, and it was like, how you won her, like how you won that person in your life, is how you need to do what you need to do to continually keep them, right? You can't just slack off and say, well, I have them now in my life, and now I could just whatever, not do the nice things that I did for them before to get them. So it's about appreciating what you have, and appreciation, gratitude. And now it's like the realization when they're gone, and now they come back, and it's like, now I'm really going to love you, and I learned my lesson. And I want to love you like that, like I never have. And, we all make the decisions to take people back like that. And sometimes we decide to walk away from those things. It's all up to you and how your heart feels. I belong to you and you. So that was a beautiful song for the 2-2. Okay, so the next song is X Factor by Lauryn Hill. So here we go. I'm seeing somebody's ex coming back or reaching out or something like that. Or maybe you know somebody who has an ex. And the lyrics are very deep for this song. So let me just get a little part of it, because the whole song is beautiful. But there was one particular lyric that I wanted to read to you guys, and I forgot to screen grab it. X Factor lyrics. Here we go. It could all be so simple, but you'd rather make it hard. Loving you is like a battle. We both end up with scars. So this is about, and they all talk about shadow aspects, right? Yes, we could love somebody unconditionally, but we also do not have to allow them to hurt us. Tell me who I have to be to get some reciprocity. There it is again. Like the second song talks about, if somebody's not reciprocating their love and showing gratitude for you, it's time to walk away. No matter how I think we grow, you always seem to let me know it ain't working. And when I try to walk away, you hurt yourself to make me stay. This is crazy. So this is like in those relationships in the past where, in order to keep somebody, we what is it? What's the word? Manipulate. We manipulate people's emotions. And this is like, maybe you had somebody in your life who was manipulating your emotions, this ex in your past. And so maybe we're working on forgiving that. Maybe we're working on forgiving that and letting it go. And just because we forgive somebody doesn't make it okay. It just means that we're not going to carry that baggage with us anymore. And then it says, I keep letting you back in. As painful as this thing has been, I just can't be with no one else. See, I know what we've got to do. You let go and I'll let go too, because no one's hurt me more than you and no one ever will. So walking away from somebody that has hurt you. And just because, and they care about you, but sometimes people just can't control themselves in the way they treat you. Like they want to start treating you better, but then something in them is like, no. So learning to walk away from these type of relationships that hurt you, that manipulate you, that lie to you. But then on the flip side, maybe reconsidering an ex. And I always say it's okay to take an ex back, if they come back to you in a higher vibration than when they left. So how they say, if you love something, set it free. If it comes back to you, it's meant to be. Well, if that person comes back to you and they're of a higher vibration they were when they left, and then it's possible to start something new, something fresh. And I always recommend it after a 9-year cycle, because after 9 years, we're definitely not the same person we were 9 years ago. So if it's like an ex from like 9 years ago, possibly reconsider. If not, move forward. Okay, very interesting. And it's 12:33 right now as I'm talking. So the next song, number 3, oh my god, it's 1 2 3 4 now. 1 2 3 4. So I guess I'll just do one more song. Whoop. Colors, repeating word colors. So I've been seeing colors, rainbows. I've just been seeing a lot of colors. Kaleidoscope heart. I've been seeing a kaleidoscope. Nice, also interesting. Okay, let's continue. It is 1 2 3 4. Ascending. We are ascending. We are moving on up. Whether this is ascending spiritually or ascending financially or ascending emotionally, in our lives, career, etc. We are ascending. Beautiful. So it's stem to the rose, and I love it because look at the eye. It looks like an eye. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Like, I'm watching you. And I saw that in one of my stories. I saw somebody watching you. This could be that particular ex watching you from afar, just seeing how you are, not necessarily stalking, but just seeing what you've been up to, how you're doing, etc. So Stem to the Rose by Brandon Boyd, or the band is called Sons of Sea. He's in the band Incubus. Educate me, elevate me. I'm alone, hold me up. Detonate, then renovate me. Come back, I've changed my mind. In another category, every bit is fictional, and I'm stuck in my story, tied in knots I'd like to unwind. So repeating cycles of the past, feeling tied to a situation. I feel like, you want to ascend. And look at how this song I'm talking about at 1, 2, 3, 4 is about elevating. So elevating yourself. And it says, where would I be without you? Stem to the rose, I'm yours. Carrying one another over the flood and back into the sun. So I've been seeing a lot of flooding happening as well. So there's the flooding. And it says, your smile's a revelation, every day best of all. It's a silent invitation showing us all the way back home. It wouldn't be half fun if we were all alone. So, Adam and Eve, God made Adam and Eve because by themselves, it would be no fun, right? It would be boring. So 2 is a magic number, right? Carrying one another enter the sun, it says. And I was telling you guys, I was seeing portals in the sun, like, things coming in out of the sun, almost like like a portal, like a Stargate. Okay, and so we're going to talk about roses. Roses represent esoteric knowledge and wisdom. The Knights Templar, the Holy Grail. I'm seeing the Little Prince and how he has the little flower inside covered up safe and sound. So the Knights Templar, they protected the rose because they protected holy esoteric wisdom and knowledge, and not everybody's allowed to have that knowledge, and not everybody's supposed to understand it. So there are very few people that can understand symbology and symbolism, etc. 1 second. Whoop. Okay, sorry. The dog was scratching at the door, made me mess up my thing. Okay, let's go back. Where were we? Okay, so we're talking about roses. It's interesting because the number 12 was repeating. I'm seeing 12, like a dozen roses, something about a dozen roses. And, roses represent, deep love. They represent intuition, trusting your intuition, guiding you, right? So it says, the 12 red roses, it's a poem. The first red rose sent out of the season. The second red rose sent for no reason. So the third red rose sent for happiness and health. The fourth red rose sent for gaining life's wealth. The fifth red rose sent for gaining new friends. The sixth red rose sent for guiding you through life's bends. The seventh red rose sent for praying you never tire. The eighth red rose sent for giving you all of your desires. I love that because 8 represents abundance, all your desires, right? The ninth red rose sent for your happiness and love. The 10th red rose sent for hoping I'm your turtle dove. Interesting. The 11th red rose sent for igniting passion and fire. The 12th red rose sent for hoping I'm your desire. So very interesting stuff. The poem is by Barry A. Lanier. And so, Frankie. And yeah, so it represents intuition, esoteric knowledge, esoteric wisdom, stem to the rose. The stem is what's grounding the rose, right? What keeps it up. So I'm seeing something very stable, stability, a very stable love. Frankie, she's being an a-hole today. Oh, look at, and it's 12:21. Very interesting. Madness, muse. Okay, so yeah, this is about a relationship. Like a lot of the songs were about a relationship that was just madness. That was like, fighting, like, let me out of the car, like that kind of stuff. So maybe the nostalgia of reminiscing about relationships of the past and how they were just pure madness. Okay, so let's continue. Song number, so that was number 3. Yeah, number 4. And so 1221 playing, it's a mirror number, somebody mirroring things back at you. Ghost of You by Selena Gomez and the Scene. How old is that song? I'll start it when I'm done. Okay, so, and it talks about there's a voice saying don't go back. So maybe this relationship that you've been pondering, I don't know why it keeps popping up. This must be a collective thing where exes are coming back, because, you know, and it's saying, you know, don't go back to the old you. Like I said, if it's a high vibrational relationship, that's okay. But there's a voice in the air saying, don't look back, ascend, move past it, move forward to something more elevated. And the Ghost of You, seeing a ghost, feeling a ghost. I've been getting a lot of ghost activity. I've been having a lot of people reach out to me about ghost activity. And it's not that places are haunted, it's that we are becoming more intuitive. And so now we are picking up on that energy. Okay. And I'm also seeing somebody that has passed, like feeling the ghost of you. There's a lot of songs called Ghost of You, Psychedelic Furs, Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez. There's a lot of songs. Okay, so, and now it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Ascending again. Oh no, that's the same one. Kaleidoscope Heart is 1, 2, 3, 4. Kaleidoscope Heart, all the colors of the rainbow. I've been seeing a lot of rainbows, a lot of colors, chakras, Kundalini awakening, and a kaleidoscope. What is a kaleidoscope? When you twist it around, it defragments things and makes everything all magical looking, right? But it's a distorted view. It's not the real view. So it's reminding you about not having a distorted perception of people, places, things, relationships, etc. Okay, and then the other song, I don't even remember what number we're on. Let me see. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4. Kaleidoscope Heart was 5, and then we have Madness 6 by Muse. And Madness, as we were just saying, was about toxic relationships that just weren't working out. Like the love was there, but the person just couldn't get their shit together, and it was madness. And so, once again, unconditional love is required, and patience is required in some relationships. So I'm feeling that sense of like regret. Yeah. So Muse, I'm also saying Muse as being a muse for somebody, whether this is art, creative, etc. Somebody was a muse. Frankie? Franklin Teddy Roosevelt. Hey, don't be eating that. No kibbles and bits. You go over there. Franklin. You already ate breakfast, ma'am. Sorry, Frankie. It's like having a child. She's got a mind of her own. She's her own personality. She'll do whatever Frankie want to do. Frankie, get over here. Okay, so that's the songs. And yeah, okay, well, we get it. You know, toxic relationships. You know, maybe you were that person in the past, or you were in a relationship with somebody like that. But it's about forgiveness and moving forward and having no regrets and just allowing everything to have been for its higher purpose and for whatever it was. Okay, so now we're gonna get to the cards. So I'm just gonna do 3 piles, but I'm gonna read them straight through. Your message could be in whichever pile. Oh, I love that. Oh, beautiful. A lot of air energy. There's Gemini again. Interesting. Gemini. So we have King of Air and Nine of Air, both Gemini. I'm not sure if a High Priestess is what hers is, but let me check. Oh, wrong book. Here it is. give a quick gander here. The High Priestess is, well, she's water sign, so she's not air. Anywho. Okay, let's continue. 9-10. Interesting. Ascending, because I see the king is like a 10. Like in, in cards. Actually, I'm feeling to read them both ways. Guided to read them both ways. Beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune. There's the Lovers again. Lovers is a repeating card. Very interesting. Sri Yantra symbol, so some sacred geometry here. Rebirth, another repeating word, rebirth. I kept saying, and there's a swan representing twin flame to me. Oh my God, look at that. 2, 2, 2. We do have a lot of twos here. The colors of, I haven't used this deck in a while. This was gifted to me by my friend Cassia, and I loved it, but I had it in storage. I was able to get to storage to grab a few things, so. And I was guided by Amy Winehouse today for some reason, like something about Amy Winehouse. Johnny Cash, look at that, number 2, Johnny Cash. One Love, Bob Marley. Oop. Moving on from a relationship, moving on from something that's not working, trusting your intuition, stepping into your High Priestess energy, changing your focus. Seeking. Compassion. Yeah, I was talking about earlier, compassion, guiding children, working with children, somebody wanting to work with children or working with children. Transformation again. Very similar energies with the cards, which makes sense to me because it is one cohesive reading. Experiencing grace. Cloak of Wisdom. Oh, I love that. Kathumi. Yoga, Babaji. Maybe you've been wanting to take up some yoga. Okay, so we're going to start with the first pile. How am I going to do this? Hopefully it stands up. So here we go. Okay, I'm just going to read them. So we have the first card, High Priestess. Trusting your intuition. Have patience. So today is the 2, and it's all about patience. Peace, love, harmony, patience. Archangel Haniel. I'm seeing a book here. So whether reading a book or writing a book, consider carefully what you want before acting. And I literally was just saying it at the beginning, like, what do you want from the universe? What do you want to manifest, right? So this is all about hidden knowledge, and I was just talking about hidden knowledge and wisdom coming through with the Stem to the Rose song, esoteric knowledge, esoteric wisdom related to the Knights Templar. So in Kabbalah, this means camel. So humps on your back. So hidden knowledge, intuition, psychic experience, and significant dreams are the gifts of the High Priestess. This is a time for incubation. Incubus. I literally just said the Stem to the Rose, Brendan Boyd, Incubus, whatever song. So this goes with that. Very crazy. Trusting your internal knowing. In your everyday life, Confidentiality is key. If you have a secret or project you are nurturing, it is better to keep your own counsel. Yes. So sometimes, and I hate living in fear, but it's not that you're living in fear, is that you want to put the best, purest energy into something. And people's energy can kind of put a pox on things. So like if you have a plan that you want to do, it's like keep it to yourself for now. Keep it mum for now. Mum's the word until it's manifested. Because there are jealous people out there. It's sad because you want to live in this 5-dimensional world where everything is okay and everybody's all sunshine and happy rainbows, but we don't. We live in this 3D world where people have issues, people have dramas and jealousies and envy. So yes, we are one collective energy, and the fact that we are that connected can mean that energy can affect what we're trying to create. So be mindful of that. Not in a fear way, but just in a practical way is what I'm hearing. So the number 2, peace, love, harmony, intuition, trusting your intuition, being open to receive. You see how her arms are out? Being open to receive. I had a little like thing for my cards and I don't know what I did with it. Okay, anyway. So the next one, a nun. She kind of looks like she could be a high priestess of her own, right? Because if you look at the original high priestess card, she's wearing She's wearing the same kind of habit. So become like a feather on the breath of God. Gain wisdom through the study of the unknown. The soul is not in the body is in the soul. So look at that. Oh, look at, and a little piece of selenite broke off. So these two cards are the same to me. High priestess energy. I'm seeing a rosary. Some sort of a rosary. Okay, we got the rebirth. So spiritual rebirth, the nun to me, representing forgiveness. And we were talking about forgiveness earlier with the song. So I feel like the cards are kind of mirroring. The cards are mirroring the songs. Rebirth, number 32. I really love this card. This card is spiritual rebirth. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, representing also rebirth, karmic reset, rebirth. So somebody clearing the karmic wheel, somebody either replaying the past karma or finally clearing it. Wheel of Fortune, representing abundance, manifestation coming in. So something you're manifesting, be quiet about it. Don't share with a lot of people, only people you trust, only people that will also put that positive manifestation energy into it with you, right? You have those friends that like just light you up. Yes, share that with them because their light up energy of yes, this is possible also propels it forward. Okay, so be very mindful who you trust. Where is that booklet? Here it is. I want to see. So we're going to read number 32 over here, 5, representing transformation, representing change, which also right here, change. So we have change twice. Change something that's no longer working. Rebirth. Oh, whoops, I was reading the wrong one. 32. Yeah. Oh my God. And it's on page 55. So there we go. Repeating number also 55, representing magic, change, a spiritual rebirth. So somebody's having a spiritual rebirth. And it says, life, death, dark light, passage, success, looking toward the heavens, the stone figure gently encompasses the pyramid of light that floats between its hands. It's guarding the birth of a new life force within the pyramid of light. So it says, take this chance to move from the darkness of unknowing and distrust and move into the all-knowing spirit. Become a warrior of light. You must be reminded that there will be hard work ahead in order to complete this rebirth. Just think of a mother carrying an embryo for 9 months and then giving birth. So I'm seeing like somebody in utero and they're being reborn. This is an appropriate conclusion to your journey. The rewards are great. It will bring a period of achievement and success. Throw those old ideas and oppressive ways into the fire and rise from the ashes like the flames of the phoenix into the new world. So if you follow my stories on Instagram, you know that the phoenix and this rebirth has been a repeating theme this year, the past year, like the past 365 days. So definitely seeing a transformation, karma clearing, like the universe feeling worthy of what you're manifesting and the universe saying, you're ready for it. Here it comes. So I really love this card. If you look at it, it's like yin yang. The light must exist within the darkness. You know, people live in duality, good versus evil. You know, white versus black. But polarity is living in unison together, both existing, coexisting together. And I'm seeing all the signs, astrological signs. I just posted a video of the astrological signs on my Instagram and TikTok. I'll post it here today. I've completely spaced. Beautiful. So I'm seeing some sort of change, some sort of spiritual change, spiritual evolution. Okay. So, and here we have nostalgia of the past. So we were talking about, and it was in reverse, right? But I'm going to read it both ways because I'm guided to today. Nostalgia of the past. So letting go of the past, focusing on the future, maturity, growing up, leaving home. So both ways are very positive. You know, when you read it upright, it talks about childhood memories, letting go of childhood pain and trauma. Some people will hold on to things that happened to them in their childhood and will use that as an excuse for the way they behave as an adult. And at some point, you have to be responsible for your evolution and your growth. And we can't blame those things any longer. We can no longer be the victim, though we were a victim. Not saying you weren't a victim, but when we become empowered, we are now empowered and not a victim. So I'm seeing reunions happening with somebody. So like I was saying, I was seeing somebody coming back from the past, somebody who has changed, because we see change here. So this ex has changed. That's very interesting. It went from very childish and immature, and now it's evolved. It's the high priestess energy, right? It's like, oh, okay, I get it. I see. I understand now. I really love this card because look at him. He's giving her flowers. So I'm seeing somebody giving somebody flowers. And I was seeing that with the dozen roses. Returning to one's roots. Yeah, really diving deep into your roots and really focusing on where you want to be right now. I don't want to say focusing on the future, but like focusing on now. Where do you visualize yourself now? Not where do you visualize yourself 20 years from now. Visualize yourself now. Where do you see yourself now? Focus on the now. Heart chakra. So letting go of any past heartache, heart trauma, grief, working on grief. You know how they say, if you're having a spiritual awakening, sometimes we can get stuck in this heaven and hell duality. And they say, if you're going through hell, keep going. So that's what happens in spiritual awakenings. A lot of people get stuck in the heaven and hell. And so they run to religion to protect them. Like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I dabbled in anything crazy. Please forgive me. I don't want to go to hell. And that's a huge subconscious fear that is generational that we must let go of. We must release. Here we go, heart chakra again. So our heart is changing. We are evolving. We are having compassion and understanding. We are forgiving. I feel like that's you. Like you're like Kuan Yin, growing out of the darkness. And all these people that hurt you, you have more compassion from them now versus hate. Like, you understand why the things happened the way they happened. Release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everybody. And you're moving on from the past. Moving on away from toxic ideas, toxic people that don't have your best interest at heart. You're stepping into your power. I'm seeing somebody by the water, by the ocean, by the beach. The water and the ocean is very healing. This not just the salt water, but the ions and the movement of the waves. So if you're grieving anybody, if you're going through a breakup or you lost somebody, I always recommend going to a water source, especially a beach. It reminds me of, I'm not religious, you guys know that, but it reminds me of Footsteps, the poem, the Jesus poem, like, where was God or where was Jesus or God when I was walking this hard road? There's only one set of footprints, and it's like, oh, because I was carrying you. So moving on from something that no longer serves you, relationships, moving on from toxicity, trusting your intuition. You're also moving past spiritual, like religion. I feel like some of you guys are like no longer, like, you understand the the necessity of the Bible and what it means on a deep level. Not everything is literal. And you understand that it's just a book with a lot of hidden messages that are not literal. So Venetian, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So we're moving on from the past. We're moving on from a way of doing things. And Paul the Venetian. So I'm hearing the name Paul. Paul the Venetian. Oh, wrong one. Let's see. Here it is. Let's see what Paul the Venetian has to say. I'm trying to remember who his twin. He's the twin flame of somebody. It tells you in here. Elemental P. Paul the Venetian is said to be the ascended form of Paolo Veronese, a famous artist of the Italian Renaissance. I'm seeing art, creativity. I'm seeing somebody painting from the heart, or creating, writing, singing, even dance from the heart. It's like evolved. The art has evolved. So the Venetian refers to the fact that he was connected to Venice, Italy. It is believed that his passing in 1588, he had the opportunity to help humanity by sharing his lifelong wisdom. So he's the keeper of the light. He brings waves of good energy and grace and encouragement. He works with all artists, musicians, designers, and anyone else who needs support in channeling their talents. Whatever creative ideas you are having at this time, they are inspired by the divine. Paul the Venetian is here to help you channel your gifts. You may have felt blocked or held back in the past, but now it's time to recognize how talented you really are. Follow your bliss and share your grace. Your creativity is a gift to the world, and as you share it with all those around you, you make space in your heart for goodness to enter. Recognize your gifts today and express your creative self in the ways that suit you. And it's interesting because his passing was in 1588, and it's on page 88 as well. So 1988 can have some significance for you. The year of the wood horse, which we are currently moving into in Chinese New Year. The year of the wood horse. I mean, not the wood horse, the wood dragon. So the wood dragon, dragon. Okay, chasing a dragon. That is pile number 1. And stick around because I'll probably do a couple like random cards at the end. So we have, let's start from over here. The 9 of air, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. Okay, foresight. We've got, what is this? This is the 3 of wands. We have existence. Look at that. It looks just like the Kuan Yin card. If you look over here, that's why I always say they're always connected. The swan. I love it. The beautiful swan. Johnny Cash. Somebody's a Johnny Cash fan. Change your focus. Cloak of wisdom, Kuthumi. You already know the answers you seek. Trust what you know. Yes, absolutely. You have great intuition. And guiding children. You are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. That looks like my niece, Corvina. Okay, so let's get to the 9 of air. Expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. So self-fulfilling prophecies. See this foresight? You're not trusting your intuition because it was in reverse. You have great foresight, but you're also great at manifesting things. And you're creating self-fulfilling prophecies by expecting the worst. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. You get what I mean. But I like this card because without the message in itself, 9 of air represents, to me, the 9 is completion of a cycle, right? Wisdom gained. Look at him. Everybody around him is asleep. He's awake. He's awake. We have everybody asleep except for you. So I feel like you're that person in your family. You're like awake. You're that person in your friend group who's more awake than they are. They're still sleeping. You can see a couple of them are like rustling, like, okay, they're kind of waking up, but they're just not there yet. So you have great foresight. Like you can see what's happening before it happens. And you need to start trusting that foresight. You need to start trusting that intuition, right? So 9 of air is I think it's 9 of wands in if I'm not mistaken. So it says positive thinking is essential right now. Your own obsessive negative thoughts are the true culprit behind your the trouble you fear. Release your guilt and realize that regret is a wasted emotion. Turn your attention to the amazing possibilities for the future and leave the past behind. Leave the past behind. Leave the past behind was also in pile 1. Letting go, releasing any guilt or shame that you have about the past. Just let it go. Nothing is your fault. Everything is exactly as it was meant to be. If you're having unpleasant dreams at this time, write them in a journal, bless them for their desire to inform you, and then send them to the angels. If depression is an issue, encourage those affected to seek professional counseling. So if you've been having a lot of depression lately, definitely seek some sort of help. There's a lot of places that you can call that can guide you out of this. Reiki is a great tool because it gets to the root of things. A lot of somatic therapy, right? And there was this thing that I was telling my friend the other day. I said, before you diagnose yourself with depression, just make sure you're not surrounded by a bunch of assholes. And I think that relates here. So additional meaning, sleeplessness, racing thoughts. I'm seeing insomnia, worry, stress-related illness. So let all that shit go. Okay. So we've got the 3 of Wands. Where did I do with the Wands? Because there was something I wanted to read in here. So, the 3 of Wands is one of Tarot's good fortune cards. It reveals successful enterprise and seeing your projects and relationships thrive. It's also a great indicator for weddings and new important relationships. So today I was saying today's the 2. It's about relationships, partnerships, cultivating them, letting go of these self-fulfilling prophecies that all women are cheaters or all men are dogs, etc. Right? Letting go of these self-fulfilling things like, if I start dating this person, he's just going to cheat on me. Or if I start dating this girl, she's just going to dump me. Like, you have to let go of those self-fulfilling prophecies that you believe. So this card's also about a trip. So somebody taking a trip, somebody traveling, business plans, weddings. It's great for communication and self-expression through chosen interests such as art, music, crafts, and sports. So once again, art, creating art. Over here we had creating, writing, music, etc. We have it again here. So all these are cohesive, going together. And it's about being non-conformism and unconventional, doing things unconventionally. I feel like your art is unconventional. It's quirky, it's eccentric. People like that because they like originality. So be confident in your talents because you are very talented. Eyes on the prize, it says. Appreciate the people around you. Right? Number 3, fire, action and adventure. Action and adventure. Here I am. Watch me fly. Oh, goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. All right. Here we go. Existence. So this is the Fool. No. This is actually, what's her name? Was it the Magician? I think it's the Magician. But manifesting your desires. Look at her. She's creating this world. She's meditating. It looks just like the Kuan Yin card, right? So I'm seeing you meditating, and she's nude, right? She doesn't care. She doesn't care about what other people think. She's vulnerable. She shares of herself. There's nothing she's hiding. She's blossomed. She's blooming. So I feel like you're blooming, but also questioning your existence and why you're here. I feel like comes with the territory of like depression. Like, why am I even continuing to go through this? Why? But once you do reach the other side, you know why. You'd be like, oh, okay, I get it. The aha moments start pouring in. And so when we have these spiritual moments, awakenings, those aha moments hit you. Swan, number 20. So number 2 again. I love that. Swans are beautiful creatures. I actually have where is the little animal book? Here we go, Swan. No matter what is happening in your life, do whatever it takes to keep your faith strong. It's important right now to accept your life circumstances and surrender to the will of spirit, trusting that it'll all work out. You'll soon find clarity and purpose in the confusion that you're experiencing. Focus on the fact that life is precious and a sacred gift, and express your gratitude and appreciation in as many ways as possible. Whatever changes you're going through, go with the flow. Whatever changes you're going through, go with the flow. All the changes that you're going through that were in pile one, it's like asking you to just go with the flow. Let's see what the swan says here. We see the sun right there. It almost looks like it's an eclipse. I'm seeing Stonehenge right there, representing energy portals. So 20 is on page 37. Here we go. I broke 3 pairs of glasses in the past month and 2 this week. So I'm like trying to be very careful with my glasses. So this is all about change again, letting go of fear. So it says change, growth, fear, acceptance, strength, confidence. The Apache people consider the swan as a strong sun or a solar energy called the Thunderbird. They have ancient stories similar to the sun and the moon that tells about mated pair of swans that fly beneath the wings of an eagle, lifting him higher in order to reach the sun, the creator. So twin flame energy again popping up. So I'm seeing partnerships coming together, very deep soul connection coming together. And it says, the swan mates for life, and that may go to 70, 80 years of age. This indicates that you may be one of those who seek the long, elusive soulmate, the one that could be your partner for life. In this day and age, many would call that old-fashioned or impossible, but you remain steadfast in your belief. You know that somewhere, somehow, you will meet. You have great strength in your convictions and cannot be swayed easily. Yes, if you believe it that strongly, it is true. It is coming. It is there. So it talks about, although we often know your excitement of exploration may be covered up by fear, it is usually the unknown that creates fear. If this is the case, then take a step at the time. Travel deep inside yourself to find where those fears are and why. So what is stopping you? What fears are holding you back from experiencing? The Swan card speaks about experiencing many stages of growth and change. Most of us know the story of the ugly duckling. So maybe like you felt like an ugly duckling and you're not realizing right now that you're a beautiful swan, right? As a child, right? You felt like the ugly duckling. Ah, they're back again. Okay, so I'm going to try to get through these before they come back. So we have Johnny Cash. Making the right enemies is as important as making the right friends. Heaven or hell, it's up to you. Darkness is your friend. Oh my God. And I was talking to you guys about heaven or hell, duality, right? Where you feel you are is where you are. If you believe in hell, then you experience hell. If you believe in heaven, you'll experience heaven. They both exist, but in your head. Darkness is your friend. Look at that. Darkness is your friend. It's very interesting because I have a lot of friends that are very dark and morbid, you know? But Johnny Cash, and he's like coming out of the flames, like the phoenix rising from the ashes, like, you know, and he has fearlessness, right? He's like the lions that go through the fire hoop. And the way that you go through your fears, you put something that you love on the other side of that fire. Love will get you through to the other side of that fear. Like if the house is burning down, if my dog's in there, guess what? I don't care about that fire. I'm going in there to get my dog. So I'm seeing love overcoming obstacles, love pushing you to overcome obstacles. So change your focus. So if you've been just focused on love and trying to find a soulmate and soul connection, it's asking you to change your focus to something else. Create art. Focus on you and yourself and your healing, because I'm seeing heart chakra here. Focus on children, helping children. When we help children, we help ourselves. They are the future. We help shape our world when we help children. So number 5, once again, travel. I'm seeing somebody letting go of fears, traveling, changing. Well, the cards all fell. Traveling, changing, etc. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, I got an idea. Let's put these here. Frankie, please. Okay, so we got change your focus. So number 5, so I'm seeing somebody changing their focus, somebody traveling, somebody releasing fears. So disappointment, loss, shift. So this is coming through back at the very beginning where you were having self-fulfilling prophecies and you were manifesting these losses, right? So some disappointment and sadness are inevitable. How you deal with it determines the quality of your life. It may be that you recently experienced a loss, Perhaps the end of a friendship, somebody passed away, a failed romance. Maybe your family isn't providing the support you need, or you regret decisions you've made. Any number of situations can cause unhappiness. When relationships don't turn out the way you expected, it's natural to feel upset and hurt. However, it's not healthy to remain in that state for too long. When this card appears, it's time to put those sorrows behind you and shift your focus to what is good and positive in your life. Appreciate the people who love you and your ability to give love to others. Take stock of what brings you joy. Taking charge of your own happiness is key here. Focus on what you have and are thankful for and attract more of the same. So there's the gratitude again, on focusing on gratitude and guiding children, right? Maybe there's some children in your life that need some guidance, that need a little bit more love and attention. So you are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. So working with kids in any way or fashion doesn't mean you have to have kids, but maybe your energy is just very good with children. And that's Damara. And she's usually like, represents the counselors that like work with kids, school counselors, therapists, etc., babysitters, etc. So Damara. And I don't think I read Kuan Yin, but we already know what Kuan Yin was about. So Damara, she's the Celtic fertility goddess whose name means gentle. Damara helps to bring peace and harmony to families and within households. She helps children maintain their youthful innocence and faith. She's happy to guide you with respect to the best ways to help children in your life, yours or someone else's. So it talks about volunteering with young kids, or even sometimes it talks about tapping into your own inner child, playing laughter and playing as a child. It raises your vibration very high. So, and it also sparks your imagination. Kids are so creative. My nephews are like so super creative. My nieces and nephews, like, it inspires me to see just how creative they can get and just how their imagination can create these things. So I feel like maybe tapping into that childlike self to inspire you to create some things or move forward on some things. Okay, and then we have Kuthumi. I love it. Cloak of Wisdom. If you look at Kuthumi, it looks very much like the very first card that we pulled out. Look at how they both have the golden halo around them. Like how Jesus Christ always has that halo. That represents enlightenment. So I had been seeing 33 representing enlightenment, and this also represents enlightenment. So I'm seeing you being enlightened. Some truths had to be revealed in order for you to be enlightened and make decisions and choices to move forward past something. Right? So Kuthumi, is it Lord Kuthumi or is it just, there's Kuthumi. So he's the ascended master. His teachings were brought, blah, 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 blah. So knowledge is learned, wisdom is remembered. You are in real cloak of wisdom now. Like Kuthumi, you have been on a wandering path, trying to find answers through study and insights of others. But now you are uncovering the truth of your own soul. Your soul is leading the way, and you are being encouraged to follow. Fog is clearing. The light has come in, and it's shining on you. Your soul is saying, yes, it's your cheerleader. Follow it and trust the endless wisdom within you. Go, go, go. So he is, I believe that he lived a high life, but though through spiritual practice, he was able to let go of his needs for material possessions. So it's about not caring about material possessions and moving past that, right? And cultivating a stronger connection with God, which, God could be anything to you. It could be nature, it could be you, it could be religion, whatever it is to you. Kuthumi. It reminds me of my friend Masumi, who just passed away. Okay, so moving on to final deck, number 3. We've got the King of Air. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice. Balance mental and emotional considerations. Brilliant. Impartial, diplomatic. Look at him. He's got his team behind, like following him. Like he's the leader. Like he's coming from a victory. It looks like a very victorious experience. Soul expansion. So I'm seeing your soul expanding. I feel like this is this air. You've mastered your intellect and your mind and how you handle things. Frankie, what are you eating? Come sit down, madam. This girl, she just like eats whatever she finds on the floor, and the next thing you know, she's got the poops. Anyway. So, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. Yes. So this goes great with the King of Air. Transformation, this is spiritual awakening. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. So look at that. You're expanding, you're transforming, you are seeking. Look at, she's meditating. I feel like this is like a spiritual awakening, like ayahuasca journey, like mushrooms. Like this is like, it doesn't have to be any type of medicine, but just you like transforming. Like look at her. She's arms out open to receive. There was another card over here that was arms out open to receive. 1 and 3, 13. Both open to receive. You're open to receive. The universe has given you these blessings that you've been seeking. A love, perhaps. A small axe can drop the tallest tree. The fruits of Babylon are rotten to the core. Everything that is holy is among us on earth. Yes, look at how she's in earth, understanding. Like they're all earth. This is very earthy energy. Frankie, please. Come sit down, please. She is just like pacing around like a mad woman. There's nowhere for you to sit, honey. Okay. All right, Earth, nature. Frankie, please. For goodness sakes, go sit over there. Come on. She don't care. She's like, I'm gonna drop all your cards. I don't give a hoot. Here you go. There's your bone. She don't give a scoot. She really don't. She's Frankie. That's just how she rolls. Goodness. Okay. Anywho, here we go again. Earth, nature. Look at that. More earth, nature. The lovers manifesting love. And then we have the, is it 1, 2, 4 swords? No, 5 of swords. 5 of swords, but it was in reverse, representing peaceful resolution, moving on, compromise, communication, ending conflict. So maybe there was a conflict with somebody, one love, because we got one love and lovers, and conflict resolution, moving past it, forgiveness. So when it's upright, this talks about self-sabotage and behavior. So this goes, it's almost like we've overcome it. Like in pile 2, we were like self-fulfilling prophecies, negative thinking. And now over here, we've overcome that. We've overcome it. It's, and this talks about like overcoming like intimidation, bullies, violence. So, it also talks about unaliving, and there's certain words you can't say on here. They just block you. But you the opposite of defeat. It's like you won because you've compromised and you've ended the conflict in a very peaceful way. And this could be a conflict within yourself, like, or it could be like family members or love relationship. Like you're done. You're no longer fighting anymore. I'm not fighting anymore. Why do I keep going over there? I'm not fighting anymore. I'm moving forward. So let's get back to we got the King of Air here. Mental stuff. You may receive valuable advice from an intelligent professional. It is important that your decisions be fair and equitable to all involved. Don't hesitate to consult a third party if necessary, yet speak your mind with confidence. A person who's at the top of their field, especially in intellectual areas such as law, science, or business. Someone who's an excellent speaker and is known for the ability to be objective and diplomatic. Brilliant, authoritative, impartial, professional, balanced, motivational. I feel this is you. This is you. Justice, a mediator, for getting to weigh the emotional aspects of a situation. Could represent government, military. Okay, so that is you, like just a great speaker, diplomatic, like neutral, like you're not taking sides, especially with like politics and things like that. Like you understand the necessity for them, and it just creates division. So we have soul expansion. Babaji, he's the yoga master. Like I think he's the one that brought yoga to the masses. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. So your consciousness is expanding. You understand things. What is he? Mahavatar. I don't even know how to say his name. Mahavatar? So Mahavatar means the great incarnation or avatar, and Babaji means sacred father. Mahavatar Babaji is deeply respected master yogi who introduced the world to yoga. So You may feel that you've retreated from the world recently. Maybe you've not been as active socially or spiritually, but this time of inner rest has really paid off. You are becoming more and more consciously aware of how connected you are to God and all living beings. This sense of union called yoga. Yoga goes beyond physical ability and into sense of awareness that's created through spiritual practice, meditation, and devotion to the divine. Mahavatar Babaji is the yogic father, is here to inspire that fire of union within you. So there's that union again. We were seeing union in the very beginning of the card, and now we're closing it out with union again. So I'm seeing the union coming together. Twin flame union. What is twin flame union? It could be physical union with somebody, or it's your brain, the left side and the right side of the brain finally coming together to work in unison, creating that third energy. So it's a very powerful time for you. You can understand how your thoughts and actions are creating the waves of energy that form your life. And that was the very beginning of the reading when I said today is a master number 22, representing manifesting your ideas into reality, manifesting your thoughts into reality. So very powerful time for manifestation. So you are manifesting things, right? You are in this king of air energy. Okay, and you're transforming. Look at this. If you look closely, it's like she went from the dirt and grime, and now she's come out like a lotus. And all the leaves are falling all over her hands, representing abundance being bestowed upon you. And look at her wings. They almost remind me of a church, like the stained glass of a church. So a lot of spiritual awakening. And at the very beginning, we had a nun, right? The nun card, also representing like a temple, like a church. So transformation, this is the butterfly maiden, spiritual rebirth. That's all that card always represents, somebody having a spiritual rebirth. So, butterfly maiden, you're experiencing enormous changes right now, which will bring great blessings. Don't be concerned about endings, as they're bringing in a new beginning for you. Your prayers have been answered with this change. Let go of the old. Don't worry about these changes. They're truly for the best. So the butterfly maiden is the Hopi Native American Kachina spirit. If you ever seen those Hopi Kachina dolls, this is what she represents. It's like one of the Native American goddesses. She ensures crops yield healthy and bountiful harvests. She's a springtime goddess who helps us escape from a cocoon situation that feels trapping or who's impeding our growth and joy. If you're feeling stuck, she's a wonderful goddess to call upon during the emerging process. She'll also help guide you through the life transitions and help you spread your wings. So there's flying again. I'm seeing somebody flying. So definitely see abundance coming in for this pile here. And I really love this card. If you look at it, it reminds me of the Kachina doll. She's connected to nature. Look at her. Her arms are open, representing being open to receive what the universe has, being receptive. When we open our arms and legs like that, we're telling the universe we're open to receive. Our body is energetically wise. When we cross our arms a lot, we're not letting energy in. We're not letting, it closes off the energy. But I like it. There's two doves there. Always reminding me of Prince, when doves cry. So I'm seeing seeking something, right? What are you seeking? The answers you were seeking. Were you seeking prosperity? Were you seeking something? So quest, being on a spiritual quest, understanding, retreating. So I feel like this goes with the maiden card. Like you retreated from the world, you retreated from society, you retreated from friends, and that was necessary in order to bring in this different life, right? This unity, this love. Sometimes individuals become so engrossed in a relationship or wanting a relationship that all perspective is lost. And that goes with the over here where we're talking about, like, what's your focus now? You're focused on finding love, or are you focused on building your empire? And a lot of people have the wrong focus right now. So this relationship becomes their world. They lose sight of themselves. This card suggests that now is the time to take a step back from a relationship or from the desire for one and go on an internal quest to rediscover yourself. There can't be a we until there's a me. If this resonates with you, it's time to have dialogue with your higher self and your guides about who you are and what you really need in your life. So this is the hermit. So this is getting out of that hermit phase. I feel like you've already been that hermit. Like you've already gone through the hermit stage, and now you're coming out of that hermit stage. So a lot of introspection during this time, and a lot of introspection about relationships, especially exes, like maybe nostalgia, thinking about them, thinking about how they're doing, and that's been coming through a lot in the stories. So maybe they were the one love. So I love Bob Marley here, representing unity, oneness, Jamaica. We got the Lover's card, of course. Look at the Sri Yantra at the center, sacred geometry. And look at more roses. We were talking about roses and the significance of the roses, and there's more. There's 2 of them right there. And look at their twins. So we had Gemini was the very first song. So we have Gemini again here. The Lovers in tarot is Gemini. So let me just give you a quick little message from the Lovers. Number 6. So I was seeing also the number 6, 666. So this also talks about, like, in tarot traditionally, Archangel Raphael is the angel for the Lovers, and he talks about healing love. So relationships that were broken, healing them, having compassion and understanding and forgiving as well. So the Tree of Life, usually in the traditional tarot, it stands for the male principle. It has 12 fruits representing the 12 signs of the zodiac. 12 was at the very beginning of the reading. We talked about the number 12, and repeating number 12. So there's 12 again. The Tree of Knowledge of Good and Evil. So there's that duality again, where we see everything as good or evil, instead of an understanding that it's a yin-yang symbol and it coexists together. One can't exist without the other. That's just how it is in the laws of nature. The snake, in Christianity, it represents, the good and evil once again, but the snake really just represents spiritual rebirth. It represents the Kundalini awakening, that snake rising from the very spine up to the top of the crown. And that's why they made people fear it, because they didn't want people to tap into their power, because it's harder to control somebody who's in power. So upright meaning, it talks about a dream home coming. So if you've been dreaming about a dream home, this talks about a property, location, and a dream of a dream home coming to fruition. For lovers in relationships, or if you're single, manifesting the love that you want, the right relationship at the right time. And for in a relationship upright, it talks about having a new perspective on that love, seeing it in a different light. For career and money, it's a very positive sign as well. It talks about looking beyond money in itself, but more to the development of your ambitions, which will then bring in money. So really great symbolism here for those. Yeah, I love Gemini twins. So Gemini coming through twice. Heart chakra more again, healing any forgiving, a lot of mature love as well. Let's see what else. And it talks about somebody, and it doesn't have to be like a lover, but it could be a person who comes into your life that has love for you in a one love type of sense, and they're a positive influence as well. So it's a great one for heart's desire. Anyways, we're going to go back to Earth nature. And if you look at Earth, we have 3 different cards that represent Earth. We had the butterfly maiden. We had this one, the seek card. And now here's more nature again. Look at the center spiral there, representing how we've gone inward into the journey, and we have to out. I always say the spiritual journey is not one that is up or down, ascending up or ascending down or descending down. It's one that expands. You go inward and then you expand outward, and it's one about expansion. So really cool. A lot of sun energy. So wish fulfillment coming through for a lot of people, like something you've been wanting to manifest that is coming. So, and there is the number 2 again, and today is 2-2, the 2-2 portal. So very cool. Page 14 and 15, very interesting, because 14 and 15 is a very important day for me. So here it is. So this is the earth nature, vibration, roots. And I was talking about healing sounds, like sound baths. I literally was I'm planning to go to a sound bath with friends. So our planet nurtures our bodies with water, food, air to breathe. When you look at this card, you can see a shell symbolizing the water creatures. You know, it has everything: water, earth, air, fire. It's all the elements. So it talks about getting in touch with your physical body, working with your chakras as well. And I was talking about that at the very beginning, the repeating word colors, colors of the rainbow, colors, working on your chakras. And it also talks about a green thumb, working on a garden. So I was seeing a garden as well, repeating word garden. I had the repeating word Japan, Japanese, Japanese garden. And adjusting your vibration to the higher frequencies that are moving on Earth. Okay, and then we already did defeat here. So I feel like you're overcoming some obstacles from the past. You're surrendering to the universe, and you're allowing this love energy to come into your life. You have ascended, you have grown. You are like the lotus flower, right? You went through a tremendous amount of darkness, and now you have grown, you've bloomed, you've expanded. What you're seeking was seeking you, and it's all coming into fruition in this 2-2 portal. I think February is going to be a very powerful year for a lot of you when it comes to exes and relationships, new and old, and seeing things from a different perspective, appreciating them for what they were. And in some cases, allowing those relationships back into your life. So it is all up to you and how you want to do things. Okay, so now we're going to close these readings out. I want to close these out with I want to see what we're working with. Chakras, since colors were coming through, so I'm guided to do my chakra cards. So this is for everybody. So blue, look at that, isolation again. I'm seeing somebody in a tuxedo, like somebody who was married and it didn't work out. There's the X's again. Feeling blue about it. And I'm seeing like a pinstripe suit. So I feel like some people were in isolation and you're coming out of that. You're expressing something sad because I'm seeing the blue, like blue and sadness, but I'm seeing blue as chakra as well. Your voice expressing sadness, expressing your grief, expressing your heartbreak, being vulnerable, sharing with the world, and it's okay to share. So working on our throat chakra, self-expression. We're working on being impartial. That came through at the very beginning. Impartiality, being balanced, not taking sides, seeing both sides, right? And this is no chakra. This is like all balanced. When these cards come up, these are like, you're all completely balanced. So we're seeing like, wow, we are balancing all the chakras. And I really like this lavender color scarf that she's got on there. And grief, there it is again. We're grieving. Somebody might have lost a puppy. Grieving a puppy. But or just a tremendous love, right? Because dogs represent unconditional love. So maybe grieving something that loved you unconditionally or that you loved unconditionally. So healing the heart. I'm seeing healing the heart, expressing yourself, expressing your grief. It's very healing to express your grief, persevering, right? Expansion, again, here's expansion twice. Look at, where is it over here? Expansion, soul expansion, expansion twice. So you're expanding your perception of things and the way you communicate and the way you express yourself. You're expanding your creative talents and your abilities. And it's 1, 2, 3 right now on my clock. Animals, there it is again. So maybe you did lose a pet, or you know, or grieving something, but working with animals as well, I'm seeing. Heart chakra again. Heart chakra again, accepting when somebody has passed, grief. Higher heart chakra, forgiveness, compassion, right? Kuan Yin energy, forgiveness and compassion. And lovers, again. Okay, so I'm seeing somebody opening their heart to love, grieving the past, grieving a love, being open and accepting love. The universe is bestowing love to you. Are you ready to accept it? Or are you still thinking that everybody's going to hurt you and harm you and, you know? Royal Crocite, it's a great crystal for healing love. Oh my God. Be grateful. So we're working on gratitude. And the throat chakra, again, ask for what you need. So ask the universe what you need and be grateful for it as if it's already yours. As if, like the movie Clueless, as if, I just love this little wolf. He's so cute. I'm seeing a little wolf, a fox. I've been seeing a lot of foxes. Fox, fox, fox. Fox representing wittiness and, you know, getting yourself out of, what's the word? It's almost like wisdom and tenacity and just being able to get yourself out of tricky things, right? It's a very positive omen in some Asian countries, and it represents good luck. So ask the universe for what you need, and the universe will give. Be grateful. Oh my God, I love it. Fluorite. Mental mastery. Yeah, so we were seeing mental mastery with the King of Air, right? Mastering your emotion, your mental, your thoughts. So here it is again, fluorite, mastering that energy. Very cool. I actually want to see what the animal is for fluorite, because in this book, it connects to an animal. Oh, goodness. Here it is. So, mental mastery, focus. Yeah, change your focus, right? The focus was coming up a lot. And the animal totem is the swan. Oh my God. So we have swan twice. Swanson. Slippy, slappy Swanson. So there's swan twice, guys. Focus on, and the swans represent twin flames to me. Twin flame energy, soulmate connections. So focus on what you want. Ask for what you need. Oh my gosh, here we have Jade. So money, abundance coming in, and dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. Number 99, the completion of a cycle. Building a solid foundation for the future. Completing a cycle. From chaos comes clarity. Jade represents money coming in. It's a very auspicious card, very auspicious for money, but it also represents dreams and messages coming into your dreams. Keep a dream journal. And one more. Satellite, new vision. So your third eye, you're seeing things with new vision, new eyes. I literally was just talking about how my glasses broke and I had to order another pair. These are all like glued up to the high heavens. But I'm seeing somebody new vision. Maybe you're getting new glasses or something. But you're seeing things from a new perspective. This could also be the way you see people, the way you see your exes, the way you see your family, the way you see friends. You're seeing things with new eyes, with a new vision. Vision, vision, vision. Okay, I think that's it, guys. What else was I gonna pull? I think that's pretty much it. Was I gonna do? Oh no, I did have another deck right here. One last one. Wow, it's already an hour and a half. Holy cow! Felt like I was only here for 20 minutes. Here we go. Oh my gosh, strength 44, master number 44, building a solid foundation for the future, and power, stepping into your power. Look at, she's got the whole world in her hands. You have the whole world in your hands. You have the ability to create. Look at, you created this world. You're carrying it, right? You're loving it. Look at, she's like dancing. She's dancing with the universe. And she has tremendous strength. So I feel like you are stepping into your power. You have this inner strength. You've gone through so much loss, so much heartbreak, so much pain, but you're still here and you're still dancing. So I'm seeing somebody dancing. It could be like pole dancing or like a dance class. And of course, master number 44. And look at strength again. It's the deep freeze card, but there's a lion there representing strength. So I'm seeing places that are very, very cold right now. It almost looks like Narnia. Narnia. You guys know Narnia? And then I already did this one. I'm like, I just want to do a couple more. Narnia. Oh, yeah, I want to do the Thwan. I'm just going to do a couple of these closers, and we are all set, guys, okay? Frankie already knows when, she always knows when it's time. And soon, I am majesty. You are part of the majestic command. Yeah, you are majestic. Look at that castle. Like, you are royalty. You are majestic. Remember your divinity, your majesty. Oh, I'm thinking of like Michael Jackson. We are the world. We are the children. I am love. Oh my gosh, I love it. You are loved and accepted at all times. Oh my gosh. And look at my tattoo. Well, you can't see it, but it says I am love. You are majestic as fuck, and you are love. And you are light. I am the light of the world. The light of truth lives in you. Look at that beautiful leopard, cheetah, rainbow representing wish fulfillment. So I'm seeing somebody's wish coming true. Whatever that wish is, the universe is bestowing you that wish. So, and last card. But I like the cheetah because the cheetah represents the divine feminine, and they're like mirroring right together. I got your back. And so the universe, this is about the universe has your back. Number 24, so number 6, love again. So the universe has your back. Where is the booklet? So 2, 4. So once again, there's the 2 again, but 2 partnerships, building a solid foundation with a partner. So this can be a business relationship. This can be a love relationship. It can be work relationship, but building something with somebody. You can spit in the face. You can spit in the face of fear, flip off those who bar the door, shake your fist to anyone who dare says no, because you, sweet thing, are divinely protected by the Dude Most High, always and forever. Amen. And there's the shaking again. Shake your fist. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your groove thing. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll try to come back again for the 222 portal, which is the 222. I have a lot of things going on this month, so a lot of difficult things. So I don't know if I'll be in the mental space for it, but I hopefully will, and I hope to see you then. And thank you guys all so much for watching. If you really enjoy what I do and you'd like to donate to my channel for Frankie's medical expenses, that would be fantastic. I will leave the links below in my description. So thank you guys all so much. I'm excited to see what you guys manifest through this powerful portal of 22 to the 222. Okay, thank you guys so much. Say bye, Frankie. Say bye. Give a shake. Give a shake. Ah, little sucker.